everyone, I'm Modern Mulan and welcome to IC Stories Manila. So ayan, maraming salamat po for joining us in today's episode. We're at episode 16, Physical Art Fractionalized NFT. So we'll talk more about that later on. It's going to be another exciting episode. Yan ang promise namin sa inyo lagi. It's going to be exciting, interesting, at napakaraming learnings. Definitely. Very inspiring din, no? Yung story na ating magiging guest today. So, ayan, we'll call her in a little while. Pero before that, let me just say hi sa lahat ng mga nandito tonight because we really appreciate you showing up. So, yan, airdrop alert, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Akash, hello, expecting a great and informative session on recent developments on Yumi. Wow, yes. Likewise, so we'll touch a little bit of that later on. Nosde YT channel, thank you so much for being here. Wilson G, Rajib, Alex, Ramdan, hello, Hannah, Lani, Scout Martin, of course, maraming salamat. Noe, J, thank you so much. QK channel, ang dami nyo guys. Thank you so much. So let me call in our speaker, si Sir Nelson. Sir Ape, how are you and what are you looking forward to in this episode?
Hi, Modern Mulan. I'm good. Maraming salamat sa mga viewers right now. Thank you for supporting our channel and following us on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And very excited for this show. Of course, ilang beses na tayo nag-transact sa Yumi Marketplace.
Oh,
Nakabili
yeah.
tayo ng mga favorite nating mga NFTs sa Yumi Marketplace. And if di nyo pa fina-follow yung Yumi Marketplace, yeah, we'll put it on the description below.
Yes.
Please follow Yumi Marketplace kasi marami silang mga well, pwede nyo rin naman abangan yung Twitter namin kasi marami rin naman kaming
I-share
uh, uh,
doon, yeah, for sure.
uh, right now ongoing, meron kaming whitelist campaign.
Mm.
Kung gusto nyo ma-whitelist do sa isang napakalaking NFT na mag-launch pa lang, punta na kayo sa Twitter and do the instructions para
Yeah.
alam mo yun, mapili kayo as whitelisted do sa launch nila.
Mhm.
Gusto ko rin pala sabihin, Modern Mulan, na tomorrow meron tayong AMA with Tito Vlogs crypto channel.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Si Tito Vlogs, alam naman natin, is isang Bitcoin maxi.
Mhm.
And ang pag-uusapan namin ay ang CKBTC, Chain Key
Oh.
Bitcoin. So napakagandang show nito. Abangan nyo sa Twitter and abangan nyo tomorrow.
Tonight ba
At
yung announcement kung saan makakapanood, what time, et cetera?
yes, yes, si Tito Vlogs has tweeted it already. And
Oh,
then
cool.
ICP Manila will be retweeting it yeah, tonight. So abangan nyo.
Nice.
And may
Wow.
prizes din. Of course, di
Hindi pa
mawawala yung
natin yun. Hindi
di
puwedeng
mawawala
walang
yung
surprise, right?
prizes.
Oo,
Yeah,
siyempre.
'di ba?
Kasama
Dumadami na
day
yung
one.
mga ICP ng viewers natin.
Yeah.
Which is good. So thank you for the support and
Mm.
yeah, marami kayo mapapanalo ng premyo. And sa March, Modern Mulan, gusto ko lang i-mention, again, abangan nyo sa Twitter, we have IRL, in real life events na mangyayari. Yeah, with ICP Manila. Tayo actually.
Yes.
Hopefully
LFG.
available ka.
We'll
It's
make
going to be
time, yeah, for
yeah,
March.
it's going to be provincial. So
Mhm.
babiyahe tayo. Isa na doon is La Union,
Oh,
isa na doon is Bicol. Together with known Web3 influencers and personalities. Sasamahan natin sila and of course ipopromote natin ng ICP.
grabe, big year ahead, definitely. Ang dami pang naka-plan, right? So, there are things
Yes,
na
marami pa.
wino-work on pa lang, so we can't really share with you guys yet. But please follow us on all our social media accounts para updated kayo. Kayo yung pinakaunang makakaalam. Alright.
Yes,
So,
correct.
Sir Nelson, would you do the honors of introducing our speaker, our guest for today?
Our guest today is Miss Ching Nola. And yeah, you can check our tweet naman. You can follow her. And she's the one handling, actually. This is the first physical art na naging fractionalized NFT. So I
Mhm.
think game changer ito.
Definitely.
Bakit? Isipin mo yung physical art na, sabihin natin Mona Lisa or something, di ba? Isipin mo, naging fractionalized NFT siya. And hindi lahat may opportunity na magkaroon ng or maka-purchase ng
Mm.
isang Mona Lisa. But since it is fractionalized NFT, you get a chance. Isipin niyo yung technology ng Web3. So I think this is a game changer and malalaman natin lahat yung
Mm.
stories about this with our guest, Miss
Yeah.
Ching Nola. So without further ado, we would like to call on
Welcome
Miss
in.
Ching of
Hi,
Yumi
Hey,
everyone.
Marketplace.
Hi. Thank you for
how
having
are
me.
you?
I'm
So,
great. How are you?
so excited to have you here. We have so many questions for you, but I think we'll start with, the easy one first. We'll give you like a little warm up. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What did you do like, you know, before Web3, how you got into it, things like that.
Yeah. I'm native. I'm a native Chinese.
Mhm.
Lived around the world before settling down in Zurich,
Mhm.
and I was in the last two cities I lived in was San Francisco and Shanghai.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
then I started my career in very Web2 marketing, very traditional public relations for luxury brands in fashion. And I have worked with many different
Wow,
projects.
nice.
And I'm always intrigued with content creation and storytelling. And then
Mhm.
now I hope I can bring some of my Web2 expertise into Web3.
Mhm.
And I joined the Yumi team almost 4 months ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoy it so much.
What's that like? What would you say are like the difference, the key differences that you've noticed from like Web 2 and Web 3?
I think Web 2, I think people always tend to put, Web 2, Web 3. There's actually no clear boundary. There's a lot of
Uh,
similarities.
Yeah.
yeah, a huge
Um,
gray area. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of similarities, and it's kind of very complementary to each other.
Uh,
Um, because end of the day, human brain functions similar, right? Doesn't matter you're in Web 2.
yeah, yeah.
I think the
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
main difference, if I have to point out one, is I check different social media channels.
Oh,
Oh,
Are. Like right now,
yeah,
it's
okay.
our Twitter, Discord, Open Chat, Discover.
yeah.
Before it was more, Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes
The
not anymore.
usuals. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the difference. Also, I think Web 3 is very fast paced
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and very fast.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
innovation is next level. Yeah.
yeah, and then coming from China, I'm a big fan of that. Fast paced, make things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I love it so
Oh,
much.
Yeah. So Miss Cheng, you mentioned you came from China and then right now in Zurich.
Yeah.
What made you decide? What's the story behind it? What made you jump in, let's say, to the blockchain rabbit hole or the Web3
oh, that's a good
narrative?
Um, it's kind of funny. I think we cannot. Um, in the past 3 years, it's
Hmm.
everyone's life is very evolved around the pandemic. It's really
Yeah.
changing. Actually,
one.
it's a similar story for me. And then,
Uh,
during pandemic, you have more time and you look into things and you
yeah.
discover it's
Yeah.
amazing
Agree.
technology. And then I'm really attracted to the true ownership aspect of blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
then in terms of like how brands can engage with audience and how creators can showcase their art,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
also collectors, buyers, they have so many options that is just
Yeah.
amazing. And everything's on smart contract is tamper proof, and with ICOs have low gas fee and very fast transaction. So I think it's just so many reasons. I can keep going on, but ultimately those are the main reasons attract me, go down to the rabbit hole. I think there's no way back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Can you give us an overview on what you do? I think it's also Bosch Lyric Group, if I'm not mistaken, and what you do as well right now at Yumi Marketplace.
Since I joined, I basically immediately got thrown into this fractionalized physical art launch. And
Okay.
You
as
explain to like some of the new ones here, they might not know what fractionalized means. So
uh-huh.
can you give us like a breakdown of what it is?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a great question. Because I talk about it every day, so it's very normal for me.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
need to understand from
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. So this is what's difference between normal NFT, standard NFT, versus what are we doing now on Yumi is we actually have this physical art sitting in a vault in Switzerland.
Yeah.
So it's the actual painting by artist. Then we
Okay.
work with our partner Origin Foundation. We leverage their technology, so they able to authenticate this art to make sure this is authenticate. This is real
Oh,
art,
Yeah.
and they able to put that on smart contract, so you cannot change anything. Then using their NFT standard, then as you mean, we fractionize this NFT
Mm-hmm.
as ownership. So we fractionize it into for the Julian OP, we did 997 pieces, fractions.
oh, I
So
see. Yeah.
each
Okay.
piece represent a part of ownership of this art.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in one painting, a physical art that is currently secured in Zurich.
Yeah, in
Basically, it
Switzerland.
was in Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically converted into around 1,000 plus NFTs, right?
Um, you're right and not 100% right. It's still
Okay.
one piece of art. We do not, tamper with art. We do not do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one piece of art. But the ownership of this art
It's
has been
shared. Yeah.
fractionized. So
Yeah.
if
Mm-hmm.
you're the holder of this NFT, you're the owner, the part owner of this.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say are the key differences of just owning an NFT like solely if I own like the entire thing and versus if I just own like a fraction of it.
Um, so the plan is the next step is having a governance layer built into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even as you can own two pieces, but you're still, have a say to
Mm-hmm.
determine the future, the destiny of this painting. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
yeah, also it obviously it depends on the threshold, right? So if it's
Mm-hmm.
you know if half of the holder have to agree on something, or 30% or 40%, there's to
Yeah.
be determined. But as a holder of this NFT, you have this voting power.
Mhm.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, I'm to be honest, this is the first time that I've also um, encountered this kind of initiative, which is a very good initiative. Thinking of it as having a physical art by a known painter and being able to own it via fractionalized NFT.
Mm.
I just want to pick your brains, Miss Ching. Why do you think this is significant?
I think it's significant in so many ways. It's the art world traditionally is very elite.
Yeah.
So normal people like us
Agree.
will
That's
have
a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
by fractionalized physical art, so everyone has a chance to become an owner. Then in the future, you can vote, this painting can go on auction and you can make money, or you can go on
Yeah.
exhibition. So
Agree.
anyone potentially be able to benefit from become
Mm.
owner. Yeah, so I think Yumi kind of really manifested
Yeah.
the saying art is for everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By starting this initiative, I think it's how do you say, it's very historical.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it
Agree.
has opened, a lot of doors for people because I know a lot who appreciate art, but like you said, they just don't have access to those
Yeah,
kind
Yeah.
of art, right? And
yeah,
I think in this way as well. So, because for sure there's like one particular art that would take you to the marketplace, and then what makes you stay are the other art pieces that you discover along the way, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in a way it's like a very much win-win situations for the artists as well, to showcase their talent,
Agree.
to reach a wider audience. So truly it
Mm-hmm.
has revolutionized art ownership in so many aspects. Yeah.
I
yeah.
agree.
And also we kind of using NFT as a tool to
Yeah.
expand the user cases.
Mhm.
We also start this new initiative, making the world a better place, one painting at a time. Basically,
Oh, that's a good line.
we're using part of the
Nice.
proceeds to set up a workshop in
Mhm.
Africa, help the
Oh,
local kids to know more about arts, and then potentially, having their art
Oh.
minted
showcase.
into,
Oh, wow.
collections, and then raise more money for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, excuse me. So there's so many ways to, utilize
Yeah.
an NFT and
Yeah.
blockchain.
And
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
starting. So there's so much more to discover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 So exciting.
Yeah. That's a good initiative. Definitely. So, is it more of a donation? Can you tell us more about it? And how was a certain organization was chosen in Africa?
Mhm. Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's a good question.
yeah, we did choose a very trusted organization.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
you have to stay tuned for more information. Right now, I
Yeah.
cannot disclose everything
Agree.
until,
Agree. Yeah.
we like
Yeah.
to start things and get things done, then we broadcast it. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Agree.
yeah, then when I was doing it, and I just realized there's so much potential, utilizing blockchain because it's so transparent. Even in
Mm-hmm.
charity and help people in emerging economy or
Yeah.
less privileged economy, to really help them, and
Agree.
yeah, to, how do you say,
For
now,
fundraising. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, have a more mass adoption now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, when,
yeah.
people talk about NFT, they always thinking, oh, it's so high tech, it has nothing to do with me. Actually,
Mhm.
I think it's very close to everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Agree.
It is, initially it is intimidating. So I think
Yeah,
also by doing this type of thing, you are breaking down those walls and saying,
Yeah.
hey, it's for everyone. It might be a new term, might be a new concept, but everything new is scary at first. And then
absolutely.
we see the
Mm-hmm.
benefits that come. You had this like great metaphor that you were using earlier regarding like credit cards, right? So would you mind like talking more about that with our
Yeah.
current audience?
Yeah, I always thinking, now when we talk about NFT with someone not in the industry, they
Mm,
think it's very hard to understand. It's beyond their comprehension. But then
mm,
you think, I don't know when did credit card come out?
mm.
20 years ago or longer?
Oh,
Yeah.
with
With a
certain,
piece of
yeah.
plastic, you
A
don't
few
even,
decades ago.
yeah, with a piece of plastic, you don't even see the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
still be
spend
able to
it.
exchange things. And then gradually everyone, now credit card is such a common thing. and no one was
Yeah.
Yeah.
twice before using it. So I think
Mm.
one day NFT will become, credit card of 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Ms. Cheng. I think you have a good point there. If you'll tell somebody a few decades ago, maybe 3 decades ago, that a
That
certain plastic card
It
will
was
be able to,
1949.
yeah, will make
Yeah.
you purchase something, they will say that you are
is
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Yeah. Anyway, do you think? Again, I want to pick your brain on this. Do you think this is the future of physical art? Meaning to say, renowned artists will also um, transition into fractionalizing their art
Mm.
into NFTs.
I I strong. Sorry, you still talking?
No, no, I'm good. There's a delay. Sorry.
Absolutely. I think blockchain will empower more transparency between artists and
Mhm,
collectors.
mhm.
Also, uh, monetary wise, the creators are, you can define your own. How would you like to get paid and your percentage, and you can write that
Oh,
Mhm.
onto smart contract and potentially say for every transaction you get paid certain percentage. It's up to the creators. So I
yeah.
think
Mhm.
it's gonna be the future.
Mhm. Yeah, I think
Do you
so
think?
too. It gives
Yeah,
so much power back to the artists as
I
well,
agree.
which is like a very big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think basically only a blockchain can make this possible? Do you think what do you think? Is it a powerful blockchain like internet computer made this possible as the first, or is it the first fractionalized physical art turning
Mm.
into NFT?
It is the first fractionized art on IC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely first on IC. I can
Mm-hmm.
claim it's if it's the first fractionized physical art ever.
Great.
It's a big
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
claim, but definitely first on IC.
Allegedly.
And we all know how much we love IC, and then some of the
Yeah.
characters of IC allow us to do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Miss Ching, I just want to circle back. Can you tell us the story behind the art? Yeah, what's the inspiration behind it, and why is it it's the one chosen?
Mhm.
Um, we so it's like we mentioned before. It's never been done before. So we start with
Okay.
this artist. I think a lot of people have seen his art in public places around the world. He's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite famous in British, what's it called, new British sculpture movement. So he's one of the pioneers,
Mhm.
and the we chose his art also because the price of the piece is not too high, but not it's not for everyone. It's still very expensive, and
Okay. Yeah,
relatively well known.
Mhm.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah, and yeah, and then he's appeared in Tate Modern, a lot of modern museums around the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. Yeah, the physical art, as you mentioned, is currently stored securely in a vault in Switzerland. Will this be showcased anytime soon on art galleries? And will the NFTs also be promoted?
That's a great question. Actually, it's when
Hmm.
the
Mhm.
governance layer is ready, it's totally up
Okay.
to the holders.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
they can even decide to, I don't know, they want
The
to
community.
burn it. It's fine. Yeah, it's up to the
Oh
vote.
no.
No, we're not gonna do that, but it's
Yeah,
totally
for
up to
sure.
them.
I mean,
Agree.
that's interesting. I mean, there's so much with that concept alone of letting the community decide what to do with the art. There's so much
Yeah.
things that you could do around that. Like could maybe start an event or have your own fundraising like through it. I mean, people are
I
so
will
creative.
do an event.
Yeah, me too. Imagine hosting like a community gathering around, celebrating the artist and the art that you own. So there's a
Yeah.
lot, maybe a concert, or there's a lot. The possibilities are endless for it.
Yeah, and it's such a it kind of represent the essence of Web3, which is
Mm,
Hmm.
very community oriented.
yeah,
So
I
Agree.
agree. I
everything is
agree.
transparent and down decided by the community. So
Yeah.
that's also, um, what Ayumi, what we believe in.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say, because the concept is great, and your explanation of it and the utilities that you have presented are also um, very interesting. And again, there's a lot of potential there. So, example, I want to purchase, a fractionalized NFT. Where do I go? What do I do? How do I go about it?
So now you can just go to because it's completely sold out um,
Mm,
on the primary market. So now you can go to our
Yeah.
page, and then it's under co-owned. Then
yeah.
find more details on artists and how
Yeah.
everything works
Hmm.
and frequent asked questions. Then you can purchase on the secondary market.
Mm,
The
So this co-owned section on Yumi is here to stay, and
mhm.
we have some really big names lined up.
mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
something I wanted to hear. Yeah. Yeah, the secondary market actually grew significantly actually. So yeah, it is doing well and it sold out during the launch.
Mm,
And yeah, I'm sure it's gonna do well in the future. Can you tell us more who are the or what are the upcoming art or paintings or
yeah.
artists that
Are you
is
allowed
in
to like
line?
share? Or like maybe you can give
Some alpha.
little hints.
Um, he's an artist from the 80s. Um,
Oh,
Okay.
no longer with us.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
I
so
think
curious. Like, who is this?
it's an announcement, I think, in the next couple months,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
very soon. And I think most people have seen or touched his art in some ways, and
Mm,
Mhm.
very beloved artist who believe in artists for everyone.
mm.
Okay.
So
Ah,
yeah, align with our
yeah.
belief.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Can you tell us how you were able to? I mean, since the artist is gone, what's the story behind how are you able to basically tap or contact or
Yeah.
make
Mhm.
an arrangement
Consent
with the
too.
artist?
Yeah.
Oh, we work with curators.
Oh,
Mm,
okay, okay.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we have to make sure the art has certain value.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for the whole, it's otherwise it's not fair for the holders. So we have to make sure
Mm-hmm.
the value has potential to grow
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
before we put out on the market.
That
Yeah,
makes
agree.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This new technology, this fractionalized NFT, I think is really something great. Um, I've been into NFTs really, and I think that it's going to be big in the future. We're talking about credit cards a while ago. Is
Yeah.
going to be that same scenario. Um, uh, Again, Ms. Ching, I want to pick your brain on this. What are the further plans to market this new technology by Yumi Marketplace?
Yeah.
Um, Not necessarily with fractionalization, but we're definitely working
Okay,
towards more physical backed NFTs.
Mm,
okay.
So it could be precious gold, precious metal, or something physical and with utilities. Then that will link to NFTs. So
Oh,
no, NFT no longer is just JPEG.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
That's a
should
good.
have true value.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Has this been done before, or is this something upcoming?
Um, you mean
Of,
the
of course,
physical
the
NFTs?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure it has been done before, as all the good things have
Mm.
been done before. But
Oh yeah.
we all we always try to do it better.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next month or so, we'll come up with gold backed NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it will be real physical gold connected to the net.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
that's so interesting. Like it's it's really nice to hear about, these types of utilities that are coming up because it's a
Yeah,
fairly new space that we're still navigating, trying to figure out. So coming up with like these unique utilities, it gets
Yeah,
me so excited and um
right.
it also just shows how much care and thought you guys really put into the work that you do. So, can you give us a roadmap? What can we expect like in the next few months
Mhm.
in like, this year and
or
maybe
maybe the next bull run in
yeah, in
2024,
the next full
2025.
run?
Oh wait, we're getting ready for the bull run. Gold NFTs coming up for sure.
Yeah.
Then um, we're gonna integrate with metaverse. You know, Shuku metaverse is coming.
Oh yeah, that's a big one as
Yeah,
well.
Okay.
very
Uh,
exciting.
yeah.
Then a few big artists are coming
Mm.
as part of our co-owned
Yeah.
program.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be quite a lot for this year already.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree.
hearing the gold
Yeah,
NFTs in the metaverse, I'm like, whoa, that's a lot.
yeah,
There's so
And
much that you can get into in those spaces too, and
yeah,
it's so exciting to see as well. To see your community grow, because once the community grows organically, you will also have in different regions,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then hopefully you get to discover more local artists,
absolutely.
and
yeah.
or
Agree.
encourage
Filipino artists.
our viewers to have their art be a part of this initiative because it's
Absolutely.
truly so amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a huge user base in the Philippines.
Mhm.
So if
Nice.
you're artists out there from the
Yeah.
Philippines, reach out to us and love to work with you guys.
We can
Mhm.
make that happen, definitely.
Yeah, and let you know, NFTs are not just what they call it, overpriced JPEG. There are so many things you can add to it, and
Yeah.
it's do so much good for the world and people.
Mhm.
Agree.
Yeah.
Um, I think also same time as marketing at Yumi, I would like to also pick your guys' brain or the community members' brain.
Hmm.
Oh,
How
you're flipping this,
what
huh?
we can do
It's
more to
okay.
Agree.
educate
Yeah.
people and let people understand more about what NFT is, what our technology is actually doing, and
Yeah.
how amazing IC is.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's like a two-way. How do you say?
Street. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure if you want to answer this, but I have a question. Do you think Yumi Marketplace is the number one NFT marketplace in the current IC ecosystem?
That's a big claim, but we definitely we're striving to be. We aspire to be. We want to be, and we're
Yeah.
working.
That's the goal, right? That's always the goal to be the very best. Yeah. The rankings, are secondary, but the goal is always to just put out
Yeah.
your very, very best for the users. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. I couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Here in ICP Manila, we've been really preaching the technology behind the internet computer. There are a lot of Filipino fans right now who uses other blockchain either as a developer, enthusiast, entrepreneur. They use Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Near, and others. What do you think will be the unique selling proposition, in your own opinion, of course, for
Mm-hmm.
the internet computer and why the Filipino community should start building or researching about the internet computer?
That's a big question, huh?
Yeah, I know. For Dominic.
Pulling out the big guns, yeah.
In my humble opinion, as I mentioned before, the obvious, fast,
Mhm.
low gas fee,
Yeah.
relatively less costly than other blockchains.
Mhm.
Um, now soon I see gonna launch, Kitchen Bitcoin integration,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
yeah.
I know Ethereum integration is coming soon.
Mhm.
So I think it's such a good getaway to to all those very major, huge blockchains, and then
Mhm.
um, and I see really empower us to do a lot of things. Those blockchains,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it will be impossible on other blockchains.
Yeah, I agree, agree. I do see
That's
the
the
potential as
answer
well.
um
Mhm.
that others also share. So it means it's true because
Yeah.
almost everyone talks about, the
Mhm.
there are just so much more possibilities in the IC that we can't find in any other blockchains yet. So that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
There's so many questions. I am so distracted by them because they've been sending. I mean, the minute you said hi, Miss Ching, like everybody kept sending the questions.
Oh,
There's so
really? You have, thank
that's
you, viewers.
Thank
I
you.
know everyone's so engaged tonight.
Yeah,
Do you want to start
yeah.
answering some of them? Are you
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
all right? So this one's from for a while. This one's from Atiksha. So who is Yumi's biggest rival? In the future, does Yumi Marketplace have a plan to beat the rival or cooperate with them? I think that will be a huge step forward for Yumi Marketplace.
Oh, nice.
Um, who's the biggest? What's the first part of the question? Who's the biggest driver?
Yeah, yeah.
Rival,
Or-
rival.
Rival.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to use that word rival. I think
Controversy,
we're in
controversial.
because we're in Web3, it's an ecosystem, right?
Agree,
Mhm.
agree.
Like if our competitor um, is at a certain level, and then I think that also elevate us, and
Yeah,
then
that's
the
right.
Yeah,
That's
ecosystem
the
more
way
exactly.
to look
attractive.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's never like competing with each other. It's almost like making each other better, always motivate each
Mhm.
other, and
Yeah, yeah.
having someone to look up to. That's
Oh, yeah, that's a good POV.
Yeah. Who is Yumi Marketplace looking up to, if you don't mind?
Oh, we would love to be, someone like OpenSea, have
Mm.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, mass users, but have better customer service, more
You
connected.
learn from them, right? You also learn from other competitors or other marketplaces as well. You see what's not working and what can you do to possibly provide better service. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To
It's
solve
not about beating them or nothing
no,
like
it's never. It's like if more people in Web3, it's better.
that. The better, yeah.
Yeah,
The
There's
agree.
more
a
people use
market for
And
everyone.
it, better.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
correct.
and the bottom line as well, if of course internet computer really uh,
Pops
for
off. Yeah.
DJ, yeah, yeah, goes to the moon. All the platforms definitely we also follow, like
Absolutely.
just like in
Everybody,
the Ethereum blockchain.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's beneficial for everyone in the ecosystem.
Yeah, for everybody. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
ecosystem, and that's a very good point.
yeah, we in it together.
Agree,
Hmm.
agree.
Well,
Okay.
we hope that was answered. Yeah, go ahead, Sir Nelson.
Yeah. Before we get the next community question, I just want to ask this to Miss Cheng. Will Yumi Marketplace deploy in SNS soon? And will Yumi Marketplace be accepting CK BTC payments soon?
I think that is not very relevant, but relevant to us
Okay.
now, but never say never.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so those questions I have to kind of derail to our developer.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know for sure in
It's a bit technical right now.
in the
Yeah.
future we don't have huge plans on those.
Agree. Yep.
oh, I see. I see. Yeah. So,
Okay.
this next one is from Ahana Gael. So, what is this project's revenue model, and how will you sustain it
Oh,
in the long term?
that's a good question.
It's a
Sustain the
great.
community in the long term. Yeah.
We have the fees breakdown
Mm-hmm.
on our page, so you can go visit. I don't have top of my head right now, so we have
Yeah.
this
Mm-hmm.
fees breakdown and how does everything work.
Mm.
Um, how would the project sustain the community in the long run? I think the OP holder, the NFT holders, um, somehow they will always have a privilege to future release.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Early
So
okay.
access.
we, it's the
The
first time we
perks.
do this, and we really appreciate whoever those people who believed in us.
Yeah.
And then we will also always hold those holders, first batch of holders,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Near and dear. Yeah. So they have like they always have VIP
Mm-hmm.
or like special perks.
yeah. And then this project is for long term. It's not like we're gonna do one drop or two drops. It's gonna stop.
Yeah.
Our
Mm-hmm.
investors and founders have big vision for this co-own and then see great future
Mm-hmm.
in this segment of NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
That's that's something definitely to look forward to. I mean, being an early adopter is always,
It's scary.
it provides such good opportunities for you. So it's again, I told you guys this while we were backstage, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so exciting that we are a part of, it's very early, so there are a lot of challenges, but it's again very exciting. The struggle is part of it, and it's something that you kind of enjoy because you know where you're heading. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
And,
exciting to be at
and
this
I
stage.
think in terms of marketplaces, I think they really have the best revenue model, definitely, because
Mhm.
yeah, for every transaction, yeah, there's a certain percentage on it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
we're very creator oriented. Um,
Mm,
very always our customer service, our community service is always there. Our
Mhm.
Discord group, we have different groups
mm,
for
Oh, very active. Yeah.
yeah, you can
yeah,
always reach out to us on
It's
different
so
platforms.
important. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
not only on non-IC, traditional Twitter, Discord, also on IC based social media. So
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, we
Mhm. I think that's a good question in terms of revenue model because investors or enthusiasts are really looking at projects that has a good revenue model that
because
it
it's
can
part of
sustain
it.
itself.
Yeah.
yeah, of
That
course.
yeah, it won't just go away
Yeah.
the next day. So yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sending that, Ahana Gael. I hope we answered your question. If you guys want to send in like follow-up questions, feel free to do so. But I'm kind of overwhelmed with the number of questions right now because I just
Yeah, we do
refreshed
have a
and
lot of
there's
questions.
like 80 plus
Oh wow.
questions,
Yeah.
yeah, coming in. So, Sir Ape, do you see any questions that you would like to ask
Yes, I did. I see a good question about security, but I can't
from?
seem to find the person who sent that because it
Oh,
keeps on refreshing. But yeah, I think the question that he was asking was how secure Yumi Marketplace is and how secure
Mm-hmm.
the NFT art that they purchase and
Mm-hmm.
also the physical art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping I got it correctly, but yeah, I'm looking for the
along
question.
the
But
lines of that, yeah.
yeah, it's about security. Yeah,
Trying to look for it. There's a lot.
yeah, yeah. Miss Chick, can you tell us more about security
Security
and
wise.
yeah?
Security wise, the physical painting is um physically in Switzerland. Switzerland is one of those very safe countries, and then
Yeah,
um
agree.
yeah, so everything's very transparent, safely stored. Um, in terms of how secure and Yumi is, we are 100% built on chain.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah,
rely on AWS, those big servers.
agree.
Yeah.
Um, so that's kind of add another safety layer to everything.
Yeah, the technology of IC.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. As it is, it's very secure. You don't rely on Web2 companies wherein your
Yeah,
front end is based on AWS, wherein the project owners will have to pay monthly to AWS via
Oh
credit
yeah.
card. So that's what's happening right now. It's Web 2.5. The front end is basically Web 2. Only the back end is in Web 3. So that's quite funny. We don't get the benefits of full decentralization.
Mm,
That's a good point, Miss Cheng.
yeah.
yeah.
Yumi is fully decentralized on Ching.
Yep,
Yeah.
agree.
So I think this next question piggybacks off of that. Like, can you list 1 to 3 killer features of the project that makes it ahead of its competitors? And what is your competitive advantage that you feel most confident about?
As a Yumi platform or this project?
Maybe I think both.
Like,
Can be
yeah,
both.
Yumi and the fractionalized NFT ownership. Yeah.
Right. Unique selling point obviously is on fully on chain, it's on
Yeah.
IC. Um and it just revolutionized how normal people like us have access to art.
Yeah,
Um
agree.
then I think it just also redefined how people see NFTs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when it was introduced, the hype was like surreal. It was massive, too massive for its own good that it had
Right.
Mm-hmm.
this not so good reputation with people who aren't really into Web3. So
Yeah,
now we're in like a cleansing bit while we're in the bear
absolutely.
market. We're like
Yeah.
saying, no,
Yeah.
not everything's crappy. We can have these utilities and
Mm-hmm.
other things around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we get another community question, I have another question. I just want to get your opinion on, again, this is going to be in the next bull run, maybe 2024, 2025, on how ICP ecosystem looks like, what's the landscape, and what type of projects do you think can help the IC ecosystem? What will be the narrative? Will it be NFTs, social fi, DeFi, GameFi, AI, VR, HR, even Chat GPT integration? What do you think, Ms. Cheng, in your own opinion, of course?
You mean for I see a lot of DeFi.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe also because they had the ICP lab last week, and then I met a lot of
Yeah,
amazing.
I agree. Yeah.
Mm,
A lot of DeFi's. Yeah.
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 Of course, NFT gonna be next. More
Mm-hmm.
the metaverse, more adaptation to mass adaptation for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
to, very techie people. That's where I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, the next bull run is gonna be most likely so much bigger than the previous one because now
Yeah.
everyone had a taste of the possibilities, and now we're all in this rabbit hole. We can't go
Yeah.
out. We don't want to get out of it. So everyone's like building and accumulating. So
Yeah,
um the next one, again, massive for sure.
Yeah. I
yeah,
think
and
it's starting right now.
yeah. Also, I know they have over 200 million grants to give it to developers. So I see it's very tech based,
Yeah.
tech
Yeah,
focused.
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah. But I would like to see more people know about IC.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now just very tech orientated people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. It may come from a project, a very popular project that will, yeah, start in
We're
AC and
we're
yeah.
working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Going there,
Exactly.
at
This
that
is
path.
yeah, the first, like this MEA does help, definitely bringing a face behind the Yumi Marketplace.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure. Because you could
yeah,
always read about it online, right? We don't really
Yeah.
have to do this AMA. Like people would know about Yumi,
Yeah.
either way, and fractionalized NFTs, but it's so different. Like the connection you have
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you see people, you see the people, you talk to the people who are working behind it. You know,
Yeah.
you get to hear their stories. It's just much more interesting, and you get to understand it a little bit better. So
Yeah.
yeah, again, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having
Um,
me.
there's still so many though. So
We
I
Yeah. Let's
this
get
again.
some community
I
questions.
know we only had like three. Maybe we can pick out two more, Sir Ape or
Yes, definitely.
Ching.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's get two
do you
more.
see any like questions you'd like to answer?
Yeah. Yeah. It keeps on refreshing. Hold on.
I know, and there's a lot. I'm checking like
Yeah, some
on
of the questions we've answered. So
Yeah, if
yeah.
anyone has more questions, make sure you can DM us on Twitter and
agree.
join our Discord group.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
we're always very active, very engaging.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
And you also have a lot of contests and giveaways in Yumi.
we
Which
do.
is
Yeah.
always so great for the community. Yeah. So I have a good question here. I know you briefly touched on this earlier, but just so everyone's clear, and we can give proper highlight to it. So Beat Carbu 13 asks, what is your strategy to prevent an artist's work from being stolen and copied on the Yumi platform, and to ensure that the artists trust Yumi? Because that's like your relationship with the artist is super important, right? So what systems do you have in place for that?
Um, we have a strong team of customer service
Mhm.
team to work on this.
Yeah.
So far we haven't had a problem on that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Okay, yeah.
we might have to invite them next time and to answer this properly. But as
Oh
Agree.
yeah, that'd be so great, to actually
We can
have the
do that,
artist.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that, like the perspective of finding you guys and talking about the process of putting it out there, of minting and everything. Oh, that'd be great. That's a good idea for the next
yeah,
episode.
yeah, we
We
can
can
do it.
bring the team, yeah, the other team from Yumi. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mhm. And hear like their side of the story, how everything came to be. So yeah, beat Carbo, we did not just give you an answer, we gave you a whole new episode, like just for you. Invite artists and other team members. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Uh,
then mm,
Go ahead, Modern Mulan. Do you see questions?
yes, so I think this is like a good question to like wrap everything up. So what do you think are your most important and immediate goals for Yumi Marketplace in 2023? Like, so we talked about for what's next, right? But what are you working on, like, currently? What's the most important thing for you right now?
Um, Obviously, can continuously to work on co-owned, make the experience even better for the
Mm,
users, also the artist.
Mhm.
More revolutionary user cases of NFT.
Yeah,
Uh,
I agree. Hmm.
yeah, really, you know, really have a either utility or something physical, tangible connected
yeah.
to
Yeah.
the, and then collectors can, either have a monetary benefit or, uh,
Oh, yeah.
you know, really benefit from having this NFT.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I think
And
that,
just double down on the current advantages that we have and look for more ways to explore, right?
yeah, more explore more upcoming artists,
Mm,
showcase
Hmm.
more interesting arts. That's also one of our goals. Have really high quality collections and
yeah.
for our user experience, because we're Yumi is relatively young. It's
Yeah.
our 1 year anniversary. We're gonna have 100 collections.
Mhm.
It's growing
Oh,
really fast.
Can't
Um,
believe it's just like it's going to be a year. I mean,
Wow.
you
Wow.
guys have
Only
done
1 year.
so
yeah.
much. Yeah.
I think in 1 year we've done so much, and then now
So much.
it's time to streamline,
Yeah.
improve everything and
Mhm.
become a better platform.
Just exciting stuff ahead. I mean, it's going to be a busy year, but it's also going to feel so satisfying. Seeing not only revolutionizing art ownership, giving access and
Mhm.
empowering artists, but also your other initiatives, like actually reaching out to kids in Africa and all your other future
Yeah.
initiatives as well. So do you have upcoming events? Do you have ongoing giveaways? Or maybe you could just talk about how they could reach you on social media. Yeah,
Um,
we could
yeah,
connect
we
with you.
always have giveaways, contests, somehow because we love our fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always,
Always
fo-
have something for them.
always, follow us on Twitter. Join our Discord. We have our website just went through a little bit of facelift,
Yeah.
mini
Yep.
facelift, and
Oh, I love that. It
uh,
went through a facelift.
then yeah, just stay tuned,
Hmm.
stay
Yep.
connected.
We will be placing all their handles and channels in the description. So yeah, the viewers, followers of ICP Manila can follow Yumi
Yeah.
Marketplace and Miss Ching definitely.
Thank you
I
so much, guys.
I learned
Yep.
so much from you, and just again, just hearing your story of how you came here and the things that you're working on now. It's like truly inspiring. For sure, we have some viewers who are still on the fence. Like most of us, we still have work in the Web 2 and slowly transitioning to Web 3. But to hear again, like stories from people like you, who are now building a career in Web 3, it's possible, and there's just still so much that we can do. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us. Hope to have you back here with some
Thank
of your team
you.
members and artists and talk more about your
Yeah.
project.
Miss Ching, we'll have you again soon. Yeah, for updates again, definitely.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
Thank
thank
you
you so
very much, Miss
much. Have a
Ching.
great day. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Ayan, Sir Abe, alam mo na yung tanong ko agad, matik na yan, hundred
Yeah.
million dollar worth question. Ano yung biggest takeaway mo from Miss Ching for this episode?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next fractionalized NFT, and definitely mag-invest tayo dun.
Mhm.
Not financial advice. But
You have to say that,
yeah,
yeah, not financial advice. Mhm.
but isipin mo yung physical art, isipin mo as I mentioned earlier na Mona Lisa, and you get a chance to own that piece of art.
Mhm.
So, kailan pa mangyayari yun? Only through blockchain, only through the NFT technology.
Yeah. Honestly, when we were starting the episode, so I understood yung fractionalized NFT, like you own a bit of the NFT, parang co-owner
Yeah,
ka.
isang art, yeah, may
I
part.
Yeah, but what I didn't really understand before this episode was parang ano ba makukuha mo doon? Kasi hindi naman siya sa'yo 100%. So,
Yeah.
what's in it for you kung like part lang yung yung ma-own mo, right? But
Well, yeah,
the
pag tumaas
message,
nga yung value, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
but now parang after talking to Miss
Agree.
Ching, hearing her explain, you get to understand a little bit more na ayun nga yung
Yep.
pagtaas ng value, of course, practical wise ba. Um that's always a good factor na kailangan consider. But also, if
Yeah,
you are a really huge fan of art, or kung artist ka mismo nga, it truly is
agree.
so
Tama.
empowering, and it's such a
Interesting yan kung artist ka.
channel to redistribute and introduce mga ibang artists din talaga in
Yep,
the space. Yeah. Wow,
agree.
sabi ni Akash, good session as expected. Thank you so
Oo nga,
much.
thank you.
Actually, ito yung mga
Oo.
natanong na questions. So, Atiksha, Ahana, Nosde, YT Channel, Akash, and Beat. Let them know, Sir Abe, kung
Congrats.
gusto nila claim yung kanilang ICP.
Yes, yeah, DM lang sa Twitter so we know that you're following us. and
Mhm.
ICP Manila will follow you as well. And then, yeah, send us your principal ID wallet so we can send you your ICP. Congrats.
Mhm. Yeah, so hindi lang po ito yung, time na nagbibigay tayo ng mga, pa-ICP. Alam niyo na 'yan 'no? So, every Thursday when we go live, if you send in, like, really good questions, we'll give ICP po sa lahat ng mga nag-send. So, minimum of 5 na ngayon, 'di ba? Because there are instances na
Yes.
more than 5. So,
Yep.
generous naman ang IC Manila, so make sure to send in your good questions. And ayun nga, gaya ng sabi ni Sir Ape, very, very active tayo sa social media. Lagi tayong mga may pa-event, pakulo, mga pa-announcement. So please follow us sa mga official channels natin. Everything,
Yep.
everything linked in the description box para hindi na kayo mahirapan. We'd also like to know kung kayo ano yung biggest takeaway ninyo. Do you understand more ngayon kung ano na ba yung fractionalized NFT, importance
Agree. Yeah.
nito, and just your overall thoughts sa episode natin, or kung may mga request din kayo, let us know in the comment section. And hopefully, we'll see you again for next week's episode.
Yep. Yep. See you next week.
Yes. All right. So again, Sir Ape, maraming maraming salamat. Thank you to everyone watching. We'll see you again next week. Don't forget, please share it po sa mga family and friends ninyo para pareho tayong knowledgeable and productive every Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yeah. Bye everyone. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye bye.
Great night.